MeTV 24 Meriian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Today is Wednesday?
It is.
Am I right? Well,
it is. It's Wednesday.
Midweek. I hope you're enjoying yourself as you begin this Wednesday as we head toward the weekend. Going to be cold tonight, Candace.
I know. It was cold last night. It's cold right now. The wind is
We
blowing.
had early this morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock, it was a wind chill of 20. The temp was around 31, but 20?
Yeah.
That's cold.
Yeah, that wind is whipping out there this morning. So if you hadn't been out in it, you better get a jacket.
Yeah. Boy, don't you hate it when it's garbage day and you got to drag it a long way and that wind cuts you?
I know. I don't drag the thing.
Oh,
We
that's
keep
not-
ours at the end of the driveway, and Kurt just takes the garbage down on the four-wheelers.
So that's the way y'all
Yeah,
do it there.
yeah.
Garbage, garbage, garbage. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, starting it out well. We got a lot of stories of things that's gone on.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what you got planned for today? Anything big in your world?
I'm just going to work. I got to get back to work. So, I mean, I went yesterday and had to wear that mask all day. I got to wear it all day again today at work. So that'll do you in.
Oh, I know. I'm claustrophobic to begin with, and that really puts me in the I can't breathe mood.
Yeah, I had a headache and my nose was burning by the time I got off work yesterday.
Let me ask the obvious question here.
What?
Okay, if your nose is running, what you do with a mask on?
Burning, not running.
No, that's what I'm asking, though. If you had that, how do you wipe your nose?
Oh, I don't know. I guess you just go to the bathroom and reach under there and wipe it. I don't know.
That would be absolutely miserable.
Yeah, just wearing one is miserable, but I got to do it. So,
did you see the story that I posted last night? And let's look at this. They're saying scientists. They, meaning, because I always get asked when you use the word term, they. Who is they? Scientist. Let's pull this up where everybody can take a look at this. Stealth Omicron coming to you. Now, as you look at this and you pull the story up,
might have been what we had.
it says it's very hard. It could be. It says it's very hard to detect, and it doesn't show up. So if it doesn't show up, is it really Omicron, or is it just a simple cold?
It's difficult to detect with a PCR test, is what it says.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if it's symptom-wise, because I'm going to tell you, it wasn't difficult to detect what we had.
Oh, it was definitely,
symptom-wise.
You had it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So that's some of the stories that's going around this morning that you'll see there. Let's see what else stirred on. This happened yesterday. And as a kid in Meriian, Mississippi, we used to love it and get our daddy to blow the horn when we go under the tunnel and it echo. Who didn't love that?
We'd lay on it all the
way through?
all the way through it, yeah.
Well, it got more than just a horn yesterday. As a matter of fact, here it is. Here's the scene. That's a bucket truck.
Oh, goodness.
That was going under the bridge, and it's hard to say if the bucket was raised up or not. I wasn't on the scene, but it hit the bridge, and then immediately after he hit the bridge, the next person come along and hit him. So it got worse.
Why would you try to go under there on a bucket truck?
Well, the height.
I mean, that is so low.
It is low.
I mean,
if you're not paying attention what the height of your truck is, and you think, well, it's a shortcut over to 22nd Avenue, it could happen. Well, it really put him behind. And traffic was blocked for over an hour at least in one lane, and then they had to block the other lane to get the trucks out of there. So that put a big delay on everybody yesterday afternoon.
I bet so.
11 feet, 5 inches, if you're wondering. And always...
I wonder if they might not have been from here. I don't know.
That could have been. I can't see what's written on the truck from here. But also Highway 80. That's a low bridge. Every time traffic is diverted from I-20, somebody gets hung.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of people who are, I guess, contractors from out of town coming in and helping do different things.
Right.
So that possibly could have been.
That could be.
Just didn't know.
This happened immediately after that. If you were coming up on Meriian, you were getting off from any of the places up in the industrial park there. The four-way stop had a fender bender there. That caused a little backup there while you were trying to get your pizza and tater logs there.
That's a busy intersection right there at lunchtime.
It is.
It really is.
That happened right around 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And then last night, as the sun went down and it was getting cold, I got a text of, hey, something's happening on State Boulevard Extension. And I didn't make it out to it, but this is what was happening out on State Boulevard Extension in a curve. Car come around the curve. It was one, lost control and flipped in the woods.
Goodness.
I think everybody was okay, but really not going to help their insurance rate.
Probably
whatsoever.
Not. Yeah, probably not.
If you get chunked out, call Percy. He'll help you out there, get you some more insurance there on your car.
Yeah.
But things like that happen. Oh, let's go ahead and discuss this because it's out there.
I didn't hear the song. I saw the headline.
I pushed play and listened to it. And let's just show this here. Kid Rock has a new song out. Mm-hmm. And he kind of tells it how it is to Biden. And then at the end of it is the chant of the crowd yelling, let's go Brandon. Mm-hmm. Now, in between the beginning and the end, there's a lot of, let me think of the word for it. Oh, Yellowstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one cuss word after another.
Oh, okay.
But you do not leave the song thinking that Kid Rock might like the president.
Right.
I just don't think he likes him there. But if you look up the song.
He wouldn't be by himself right now.
It's called We the People. Mm-hmm. And Kid Rock really can sing, but this is more of a, let me think, rap-ish.
Is it?
To where, because to me, rap music is not.
Just talking.
Yeah, it's a bunch of yelling, and it's not carrying a tune.
It's more talking, rhyming.
Yeah. But he don't hold back, let me tell y'all. And he tells Fauci what he thinks of him in it also. Oh. So if you're itching, check that out in a minute. You can find it on YouTube. It is out there. Kid Rock not holding back as he passes along that. Let's see here some other things that are going on. A lot of shoplifting lately in our area.
Goodness. I mean, what you thinking? Why are you trying to?
They do it. It is constantly the poor police have to come in and chase somebody, and it all that does is make the prices higher for everybody else. Nationwide, that happens.
Yeah.
But we're having a large run on that in our area there.
Yeah, I don't know about in like department stores, but I know they'll do it in grocery stores.
Yeah.
I mean,
did you see
stick steaks and
now that you bring it up? Gosh, I don't have the video of this. Did you see the guy that walked into a guitar shop and had on normal clothes like you and I and stuck a Les Paul guitar down his britches and tried to walk out? No, now, if y'all remember how long a guitar is, but he fitted in his britches. It was kind of obvious something was up in his britches.
Yeah, that would be. I would think that would be kind of obvious. That's kind
hello.
On the dumb side. Don't do that. But yeah, people are brave. I mean, and bold. Go up in the grocery store and like, I guess the professionals might, do like Porter Wagner and open up the jacket and have like ribeyes and.
I have seen and the best
sirloins
up in the Brazeras. I've seen ladies take steaks and just shove them up in there and enhance themselves.
Goodness.
It's the ultimate push-up bra.
Oh, gosh.
But criminals do things like this. And our community is not immune from it either.
We laugh about it because, I mean, it is funny what the things that people will try to get away with. But it's not funny to the store people,
Somebody got to eat that cost.
Right. That, I've seen grocery stores shut down before because it's so rampant in that area. Like they were stealing them blind. I mean, they couldn't even keep the meats and all
got to pay your people that work for you. And the only way to do that is you pay for your products.
Right.
It takes a long time to recover from something like this.
I saw a thing on Facebook, and I probably will get it wrong, but because I can't tell a joke. I mean, I'm just horrible at it anyway.
What's the
But
deal?
it's not a joke, but it was somebody was saying, I might get to enjoy a hamburger next week. I'll do my last payment on my
well, that's true.
On my ground chuck.
You have to put it on layaway these days.
I know.
And where does this stop? We don't know. I'm afraid, y'all, that this ain't over. Yeah. Prices are going to go high. We sit around and we complain right now about, I couldn't get so-and-so for Christmas.
Yeah.
What happens when you go to the grocery store and they can't get groceries?
Oh, yeah. And we went the other day for the first time, and shelves are bare in some instances. I mean, it's.
But, we really have to look at the big picture. It's like you've got a CEO of a company that is taking the money and blowing it on things for his vacations and not putting the money back into the company. And before long, it catches up and they start having to lay off one or two people. The next thing you know, it's 7 or 8. What happens when our country, because we all know they pay farmers to plant trees instead of grow crops to feed our people. And that's just one of the many programs that are out there. It just blows me away. Nothing is manufactured here. If things go south, there's nowhere to go get it because it's not made in the U.S. of A. anymore.
Yeah.
People, it's time to do something.
It's bad. It's
Get you some
bad.
chickens, too.
I need some chickens.
If nothing else happens, we'll have eggs.
Yeah.
We're down to 6 a day now because it's cold, I'm told.
No. Is that what happens? They slow down?
That's what the chicken lady tells me down at the house.
So it's egg laying season.
Yeah,
There's
yes.
seasons in the egg laying.
The colder it is, apparently the chicken won't give it up.
Okay.
And so out of 20 chickens, we're down to 6 of them thinking, and Sophie just stands there and looks at the chickens every day going, what happened to me? But that's what's out there. Let's see. We also had an accident at exit 152 last night, and it was 3 of them involved in this one, an 18-wheeler, a car, and a truck. I guess they all wanted to get off at the same time and kind of got wrapped up at each other there. Also, I got some reports overnight of a car broken into downtown Meridian. It would be, let me think. Oh, yeah, right in front of the sheriff's department.
See, bold.
I mean, that is really... Now, the only way that I see to stop this is more police presence, more cameras, and then we put up signs, you smile, you're on camera, and then we start doing something about it.
Right.
You got to show. And maybe the downtown area also needs one of those neighborhood watch programs.
I wish there was stricter punishments.
I say you get the 2 a.m. shift when it's cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm all for steal something, cut a finger off. I'm sorry.
Just pay for it.
Yeah. That's my thing. I don't care.
That's a few things that went on overnight there. Let's see here. We mentioned the rollover there on that. So we're kind of caught up on the incidents and wrecks that happened yesterday throughout our area. And I urge you to be careful. I smile and I joke about a lot of things, but I do want you to be careful and watch criminals. Be 100% when you get out of your car. Before you get out of your car, look around, know what's around you. You know, don't get out and be fumbling with your purse loose on your arm where somebody can slip up and grab it.
Because these people are, they're talented.
Right.
They're talented thieves and criminals.
And if you told a man purse, I don't know what to tell you. I just...
Hit somebody with it if they come up to you.
There's a lot of, I understand that I'm old school, that they call me old school, and I didn't know what that meant. I had to get a dictionary, but I just don't, I can't have a man purse. I'm sorry.
It's probably called a satchel.
I ain't wearing a satchel either. I one time had to have a book bag, but I ain't having a satchel or a man purse.
If you had like a laptop computer,
right? I had it in my
that,
backpack.
You could put it.
Now you get you a backpack,
little thing, a little satchel.
I just can't do it. Now, a lot of you who are probably more manly man than me don't have a problem with that, but I got to draw a line somewhere of what I'll do, and right there is it. Man purses,
Yeah.
So now that we got that established,
Scotty Ray ain't wearing a man purse.
12 minutes into the hour. This is flying already.
I know.
As we talk about nighttime, and generally this happens a little bit about, let's say 5:15. You're driving home, and what do you see? Something out of the corner of your eye. You're trying to find out what's going to be for supper, and whoop, it's up on the top of your hood. And that's when you have to call this guy here, Chet.
Yes.
Chet will even come out and get it and have it delivered to his shop if you get it so bad that it doesn't want to roll anymore. We all have those, like some of those cars last night that flipped upside down.
Right.
They get them every day that happens to. You go around a curve, lose control. Well, Chet's painting bodies there to put that car back to the way it was. And as we all know, there ain't many cars out there to choose from, so you got to fix what you got.
That's right, unless you want to pay an arm and a leg.
Yeah. They'll do this. This is a truck here. They've been deer damaged, we'll call it there, DD'd.
Yeah.
That's a word for us today. 9888 Highway 495 is where you'll find Chet and his staff. They do lots of things from minor dents and bruises on your car there, a door getting slammed into it, whatever the case is, you're backed into, you accidentally run into somebody. They'll put it back as good or better than it was before. From aluminum beds, all of that there. See them. They'll show you pictures. You can walk around, take a look. And the best thing you can do about this guy is ask. Word of mouth is very strong in the community of getting your car fixed.
Yes.
And Chet's, you're not going to find those people that go, he didn't do a good job. You're going to find out over and over it's quality work. All there, Chet's Paint and Body. His name says it all. It's his word. See them there. They'll process the insurance work and all that for you. Chet's Paint and Body. See them today.
On June 30th, 2021, the FDA alerted the public that Philips recalled certain CPAP devices due to concerns regarding its polyester-based polyurethane sound abatement foam. This is a Class 1 recall, the most serious type of recall. Use of these devices may cause serious injuries or death. If you're diagnosed with long-term, permanent, and life-threatening health complications, your illness may be linked to your use of a Philips breathing device, and you may be entitled to compensation. Call Richard Swartz & Associates for a case evaluation today.
I think that woman had an attitude there in that bed. I don't know. Did you catch that? He didn't have a chance in that argument. What's this about fanny packs?
Roy Ellis says that you need a fanny pack.
That is your Dollywood. I ain't doing that either. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the fanny packs now. I see a lot of people wearing them like when they're walking and stuff. I guess that would be good. Put your phone in,
Now, if you got them little bitty, what do you call those shorts with the elastic?
Little biker type shorts.
Yeah, you cannot put a 9mm and clip it onto those because you will, after about 15 feet, have a problem. Your shorts will be around your ankles.
Yeah.
Just saying. You have to, because I saw that. I was sitting here this morning putting all this together, and they'd done one of those advertisements in front of me where, you get the gun. It's like a fanny pack across your gut, and you can stick it, and you're supposed to hide, and you whip out your gun.
I've often wondered, how do they get, even putting one back here, behind you, and those little, how do you get that out quick enough?
I'm gonna bring in Magnum PI and let him explain to you how we do that.
Okay.
But it would be something of. And what Magnum PI always had 5 guns hit on him, and he was wearing shorts.
Yeah.
Y'all ever noticed that?
I know. Goodness.
All in the movies. There it is. But a lot of folks do that fanny pack thing especially for vacation. Yeah. Good luck to y'all with all that there.
You better have you some pepper spray. That's all I got to say. If you walk in or something like that. And you
fill it full of goodies. Hey, this happened in Jackson. I saw a quick picture of this morning. They had a water line break, and it sprayed across the road. And here come the school bus. Mm-hmm. Boogie there. Had 15 kids on it. They didn't quite get to school. The bus fell in the hole. It was washed out underneath the street, and the bus fell in it.
Goodness.
No one was injured. Again, this is Jackson, Mississippi. But, when people tell you when flooding occurs, don't cross, that's why.
Yeah.
It was washed out underneath the road. They had no idea.
That's scary, though. That could have been really, really bad.
Down in Macomb, Mississippi, which is south of us, a police car was sitting there, and somebody got in it and thought, hey, it's time to go for a ride. After a 130-mile-an-hour chase, they were caught in Louisiana. They had plenty of time to think it over at the jailhouse now.
I bet, yeah.
There's nowhere to run. That sort of sticks out.
And you're in a cop car.
Yeah, everybody going to know you're coming. Just thoughts if you're thinking about doing some criminal activity. Don't take one of those.
Right. Yeah, that wouldn't be smart.
Watch your TV shows and pick the car that blends in with everybody else.
Yeah, I was just to say, it's not like you can blend in with the crowd in the cop car.
I mentioned this at 6:30 if you were watching the weather this morning. Another shooting in Jackson, Mississippi. Now, there's been others since I brought up the last one, but another one real recently there.
Did you hear about the 6-month-old in Atlanta?
What happened there?
A 6-month-old baby was in the back seat of a car in a car seat, and the mother was fixing to pull into a shopping center, I think, and a car come around her, and she said that she saw a gun come out of the back window of the car that was passing or going around her, and she said that she kind of flinched like that, because just seeing the gun, it just scared her. She said that she thought they were just going around her, though, and so she pulled into the parking lot, and she said being that she had a child in the back seat, it was her first child, she was overly, cautious about it, protective. She checked on the child. They had shot through the trunk of her car.
Oh, no.
And it shot through, and it hit the baby.
The baby okay?
It killed the baby.
Oh, how horrible.
6 months old. And that was in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
That's just bad. And we've seen other cases of that. It was a few months ago, and I forget what state it was, where a child was struck in the backseat in a car. And that's just...
Yeah, you don't... And she didn't even know, I guess, her car had been hit. It come through the trunk area.
Before long, one of the options that you'll need on your car is it bulletproof? Mm-hmm. They're going to end up having to make this stuff more affordable to where your doors and you have bulletproof glass to go to the store. That day is coming in America. We are not innocent anymore.
Yeah. It's sad. I mean, it really is. It's a sad day. I mean, and as a parent, I catch myself, like, even sometimes I'll take
You don't get up in the middle of the night and eat bananas and stand there in your son's room, watch him, just make sure he's okay.
I do check on my son all night, though. But no, like, you catch yourself thinking, like, what would I do in this scenario? What would I do if I was stopped at this stop sign? Because it happens every day. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to be somewhat a little bit prepared to know what you do. I don't know. It's scary, though, when you think about your kids in the back seat, A
lot of wives check on their husbands, too, in the middle of the night, see if they're still there.
Yeah. And if they're not, they go get them, I guess. I don't know.
I've seen that happen, too. Come sneaking in after midnight, playing cards. Where you been?
Be like, get over here.
Ooh, boy. Back when I was in high school, and I worked at a lot of convenience stores, and I witnessed a lot of that.
I bet.
I'm telling you, it was rampant. CNN, the ratings are horrible. I also mentioned that this morning, but there's several things you can say about CNN. Even CNN is far left this way they are, and they have no viewers hardly anymore. I think they have like a third of the viewers that they once had are finally going, Nancy needs to go. Don't run. She announced yesterday she's seeking re-election as Speaker of the House. Mm. Even they are saying, go home, Nancy.
Yeah.
You think she'll get
ice
it?
Cream, Nancy.
Does she still have that power over the Democrats in the House to where she can force her way into getting in there?
I don't know. I think she's old as dirt and needs to go. But I'm sorry. I do. I just think she's spent her time there, and she needs to go on home and eat her ice cream.
Power is a very hard thing for certain people to give up. You know what I mean by that? It is. They get that taste and they want more. I don't think she can honestly give it up on her free will.
I just feel like she's evil. She just has that air about her. Just that. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know the woman. I don't know her. All I've seen is just her speaking and the stuff that she tries to get pushed through. And
she doesn't think the way you do.
No, apparently. I mean, no, but she's kind of, I think CNN even, though, is starting to, say Joe Biden is not what we need.
Oops, our ratings are 0, and we got to catch on that most of America doesn't like him.
Well, I mean, even the Democrats that were for him, a lot of them are changing their mind about it.
And we're going to get into his approval ratings here in just a little bit. Yeah. Yet again, when you think that, now there's a new poll every single day. Mm-hmm. I've seen them as low as 34, his approval rating. Right. Kamala in the 20s. And who do you believe? I guess I'd have to look up Real Clear Politics to see where they've got it. But, hey, they missed the 2016 election by far. Mm-hmm. None of these people, these people really know. Well, I think it's lower than any poll that you're going to see that is out there.
I think just cognitively, he's not there like he needs to be.
Listen to her use big words up in here.
Well, he's not. I mean, and then just the constant pushing towards racism. It's like something doesn't go right, you're a racist.
Yeah,
I mean, division, constant division. And I just feel like that's not good for America. And
it's not.
And I don't feel like they're doing their job like they should. And I feel like in any kind of form of government, I don't care if it's on a local level or a national level or whatever, if you're not doing your job, you need to go. I mean, if you can't be neutral and try to make a decision that's good for everybody, not just one certain.
Well, you take this story right here. Let me show her picture. This is the governor of Oregon right here. And I don't know if you would date her if you're thinking that or not. But as we get to the meat of the story, this goes into this to describe she is using her power to let people out of jail that have committed violent crimes, even though there's outcry from America going, don't let criminals on the street. It's going to hurt the Democrats when we get to vote again in a few months. She ain't paying it no mind. She's letting them out.
See, that's what she needs to go.
Yeah.
She needs to be gone.
And remember that when you vote. I don't know if she's up for re-election in 22, and maybe that's why she's not worried that she's not up this year. Right. But it will catch up with you if you don't do the will of the people, and whatever that will is. Right. Let's see. Here's another example. Let me pull this up. This is, and we're going to play this. This is shoplifters, New York City, that don't care anymore. Here we go. Let's pull this up where you can see this, and we're going to click watch the full video. I don't think there's any language on this. We'll cut it off if something is said here. Let's turn that down. Let's be on the safe side. All of this is stolen products. I can't believe walking right past security.
I'm seeing.
What did they do? Did you see them do anything?
This
right out the door. All right, he's going to follow him on the street.
Guy just filled
and walks off.
2 bags up with everything.
This is America. We cannot have that at all. There is absolutely no reason in the world that should ever happen.
Look at me in my face.
That is crazy.
I thought I'd share that with you.
Crazy.
Again, these are big cities, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen here eventually. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So just a little heads up, and that's common in New York. Why is it common? Because they passed that law that says if you steal less than $1,000, you don't go to jail. So I'm sure that they're adding it up as they go along. They have a plan when they go into the store how much they're going to take to where it'll be just a misdemeanor and they're not messed with.
Crazy.
There you go. The voice of Charlie Brown, we find out, has passed away. Charlie Brown, Peter Robbins, is found dead of apparent suicide. He was 65 years old. He was a trouble actor and a former child star. And here he is here. He was the voice of Charlie. I hate to see anybody do that, but that happened. News broke early this morning about that. Let's talk about Hugh Hefner for a moment there. Say you were invited to the Playboy Mansion. What rock song was that where you get an invite to the Playboy Mansion? I want a rock star. I want to be a rock star. Was that it?
Oh, I don't know.
I want to have a bathroom big as whatever. Anyway, it brought up the fact of getting to go to Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion. Do not think for a moment that if you visited the Playboy Mansion that they didn't have cameras on you. Do not think that Hugh Hefner was not taking pictures to, well, maybe use on you later, especially if you had clout in America. As it turns out, whoops, they were right. The wife of him says she's been going through destroying evidence since Hugh passed away. Now, would you, if you went there, I would be worried.
Yeah.
Because not all pictures are destroyed like they tell you. And they pull them out. Oh, like a laptop. I remember a laptop that had a lot of information on it.
Yeah.
And when somebody needs something, they go, hey, Joe, I got a laptop. And I'd sure hate for this to go public. I need a little favor.
Yeah.
The favor is taken care of. That's what Hugh was doing with all of those. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So there you go. Let's see here what other things are going on here. You hear stories of this. I've even heard of it happen in Starkville, and it was mentioned in Meriian, but it was not true that a plane landed in the middle of the night and had a bunch of refugees on. Yeah. Actually, that was automobile parts that were delivered to our area.
Oh, really?
In the middle of the night. That's what it was. It was a delay, and it was the only time the plane could get in with the car parts. But mass, they're saying in Texas, they're going everywhere. They had a mass release of these.
A bus. Well, that must be it right there.
As we look at some of these pictures here of what's going on. And then what they're doing is being flown out to other cities from Texas.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Sneaky.
It's very sneaky. So that's happening there. We got somebody just loving to put up some stuff there from another.
Yeah.
Not everybody can see that. So anyway, as we look at some more stories that are happening across America, this is sad. I can't even begin to say how sad this is, to where you've been on a heart transplant. You're sick.
Right, waiting for a long time.
About to die. You make it to the hospital, and they will not give you the heart transplant because you have not been vaccinated. Now, I don't know if it's policy that the odds are that you would what they're thinking. I don't know that, but you should still get your heart transplant.
I don't see what that has anything to do.
And he's still in the hospital. He may not make it now because of this. Cause
see, I think when they withhold stuff like that, when just like this monoclonal antibody stuff.
Another
right
big
now,
word.
Yeah, well, you know, the infusions and stuff,
Right.
how they're withholding them now. It's not, I don't think it's the doctors and the hospitals, it's the government,
Oh, yeah.
from what I understand.
By all means, every bit of this is. And this probably has something to do with the government red tape at this point here.
Yeah. I just think it's wrong. And I think they ought to be, if somebody dies from that, they ought to be held accountable for that.
That's in Boston is where that's taking place, just in case you want to Google that and find out more about that. But things like that are happening across America right now.
It's awful.
As Virginia gets a new governor, as things return Republican, they say that kids are still getting punished for not wearing masks in schools, although he took that mask mandate out.
Yeah.
They're used to the other way, and it's going to be hard to change. But that's happening in Virginia. I hope Virginia gets back on the right track again. I really do.
Yeah.
What did Denise say there about Hef? He was what's that word?
Scrupulous.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Didn't have a lot of morals there, I think is what she means. But I really think I agree with you there. Yeah. So that's a few of the stories going on. Don't go anywhere. We've got more coming up this morning, stuff that'll interest you. Mm-hmm. And we're going to look back at what happened on this date next, all coming up right here with Scotty Ray and Candace. Hang close.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace on this gorgeous Wednesday morning. Into the 50s we will go, but still cool all day there. Good morning to Laura Parker. Glad to have you here. Good morning from Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Oh, I bet it's nice up there right now.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Always wanted to go when it had snow. And then I thought, how would I get back home? Changed my mind. Lily Hampton, glad to see you there. Also, Patty Gilbert joins us, Miss Gail Gafford, a lot of folks out there.
Terry Shelton, good morning.
One of the coolest movies, and I remember the scene. There's a lot else that went on in the movie, but as a young, I don't know, kid, let me call it that, I remembered one scene from the movie, period. Mm-hmm. They may have done other things, but I don't remember it. Cool Hand Luke. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that? Yeah. There's only one. Do you know the scene I'm talking about? She's thinking.
I don't remember the scene.
Really? I mean, one memorial scene from that.
What?
And it's thrown on Facebook all the time. The car washing scene.
Oh.
Have mercy. We say happy birthday this morning to Paul Newman, who was, of course, in Cool Hand Luke, and he did play a part. I want to say he won a bunch of awards for playing that. Cool Hand Luke. That was good. But
you know, Rip off of Yellowstone favors him just a little bit.
The eyes.
He just kind of favors him a little bit.
The body doesn't. Rip's a little bit heavier there.
Yeah.
He's a cowboy.
We were watching a movie the other day, and he was in it. And he's naturally like a strawberry blonde, Rip is.
Yeah, he's not even that
He's not dark-headed naturally. So, and he's got kind of curly hair. He does not look anything like that.
Bill even agrees with me. Car wash. That was the scene of that movie. I think I want a poster of that.
Lord.
Anything wrong with having a poster at 50?
I guess not.
My life would change forever on a Friday night in 1979. And I think that most people, their lives were changed forever. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Runt.
Yeah.
I've been runt ever since because I got to have me some Daisy. It was 1979 that we all sat in front of the television and the General Lee would roll out and jump over that hill with Roscoe after it. I was hooked from that moment.
I'm going to find a up-to-date Daisy poster and give it to you.
That's okay. I'm okay with my memories. But golly, what a show that was. John Snyder, if you don't follow him on all of the different platforms, still heavy into the Dukes. He pushes it, tries to preserve it. She was gorgeous. Mm-hmm. I even, when I was putting that together, ran across a clip. Do you remember the swimsuit scene? That may be the most memorable scene of the entire 15 years it was on the air.
The swimsuit scene, is it when she's walking across the road?
Yeah, you remember when they were...
That's when my grandmother said, I wish I had a switch. I'd tear them legs.
You know, when they had the illegal gaming things and she breaks down and she stops the truck so Bo and Luke can steal the gambling...
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was just me that remembers that. At 9 years old, it was something else. Okay, at 40,
Yeah,
it was something
she
else
was a pretty
too.
lady, though. Yeah, it's a pretty lady. I mean, she's just,
A lot more to
changed.
love these days.
She's changed, like
Yeah.
like all of us.
Catherine
Everybody's
Bott was
changed.
beautiful, Denise said. She was. And she was the one that come up with the Daisy Duke shorts. They had a complete different, I think they wanted her to have a Loretta Lynn outfit, and she went home and made the shorts and showed back up with them, and they gave in but made her wear stockings with it.
Oh, okay.
That is stockings that you see on there. Not that I've stared or anything.
Pantyhose.
Yeah, that word. I wouldn't have
That's what
noticed.
you hang on the mantle at Christmas.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's those little half things, isn't it? They're pantyhose that go all the way up.
Yeah.
See what I know?
No, that's knee highs, those half things. Knee
I
highs.
really don't know what I'm talking about, do I? I learn a little bit each day. I'm sure you know this next guy who had a birthday, and he just passed away not long ago. Were you a big fan?
I did listen to Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen, born on this date. There's a lot of Van Halen fans there, and would marry Valerie Bertinelli that you would remember from One Day at a Time. Mm-hmm. What was that song? This Is It? And I don't remember the next words, but... And did you have a crush on Snyder? Is that what it was?
John Snyder.
No. Snyder from One Day at a Time.
Snyder on One Day at a Time. That's a different. I thought we were just talking about John Snyder.
Mr. Tool Belt.
Yeah, I was not crushing on Snyder.
He was the only man on the show. I was just checking. There's some ladies that may have found Snyder attractive.
No, not I.
Let's see. The high stockings are not knee highs. What do you call? All right, let me just ask
Yeah,
another.
the thigh high stockings are not knee high.
Is that
the ones that come to
ones
you?
that have the little clips and they call them garter
Yeah,
belts? What's that called?
Huh?
What's that called?
I don't know.
I saw that on a poster of a new business around town somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
The clip.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just saying. Might have seen that
Wonder
somewhere.
where that was. I don't know.
What are they called?
They might
Seriously,
serve food. I don't know.
thigh highs. What do you call those kind of stockings?
I don't know.
Stuff your mama said you can't look at.
I guess. Don't know, Scotty Ray. Don't know.
Let's see here. Oh, she had a big show for a while.
Yeah.
She was funny. I'll give her credit for that. And then it turned out, there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that America didn't know about, and it got canceled. Ellen celebrates her birthday today. 1958 is when she was born. I'll give her credit. She is funny.
She is funny.
But boy, there was a lot of information that came out from behind the set of her TV show of things that went on.
Well, I said she's not real nice, behind the scenes. So
She
I
smiles
don't know.
and then it ain't so.
I know I've seen her, make fun of her guests and stuff. But I mean, isn't that the whole idea
Of the
when
show?
You're a
Yeah.
comedian. I mean, you make fun of people. I mean,
It's what you do to your employees that matters.
right?
High stockings don't all need garter. I didn't know that.
They have like on the inside of them, like there's like rubber
Elastic?
no, it's like rubber on the inside that like keeps it from sliding on your leg. I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Stacy didn't tell me that when we were in high school. She didn't tell me nothing about any of that. Let's see. Tina Collins, you call them sexy. Go ahead, Tina. Tell it how it is. Who remembers 1961? Now, I wouldn't hear the song for another 15 years or so, but it was Elvis at his best on this date, 1961. This was, it was number one. Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me when we're apart? And I don't know the rest of the words. But I don't think anybody else has ever re-recorded that one. That was a real slow song there.
Yeah.
But do you like the yellow Elvis there? Do you like that look?
Yeah, it was pretty good. On
It was a tough decision of which Elvis
tan
to choose.
skin and his dark hair and his blue eyes.
Elvis had it going on back in the day there. But it was a tough decision. I heard this song till I never want to hear it again, but so many people loved it. They were not my style of music, but even I know the song. I remember sitting on the back seat of the new car and hearing it over and over on an 8-track.
That's kind of like raking your fingers down.
Yeah,
the
I was thinking if I could just get to that in the window. It was Bridge Over Troubled Water. Was released on this date back in 1970. It was Simon and Garfunkel, and boy, did they have that. And was he a Beatle? Am I imagining this? Him. What did he do before that?
He wasn't a Beatle.
Okay.
I don't think.
See, I don't know much about the Beatles. What was his first? Paul Simon. Right. What did he do?
He sings.
Just by himself
He's
now.
still alive, right? I mean, Paul Simon is.
He had a song called "You Can Call Me Something."
Yeah. You can. I know.
And y'all want to know what? I didn't get that either. And I remember listening to him.
He had his music was different for sure, or is different.
Tina
He
says
kind
they'll
of
make
talks.
a man take a double take. And Denise said Elvis was handsome. I have to agree with that. Yeah.
Yes.
But men's will do a double check if they see those. Oh, let's see here. For the first time in 100, what does it say? 103 years. If you got a company going and you're 103 years into it and you've never lost $1, you're doing something good. But 1989, that would change. Who remembers this? AT&T, for the first time, reported a loss. $1.67 billion in 88. That was a chunk of change. That was right before everything started changing, and they didn't have the hold on the market where they bought out Bell South and all of that back. Who remembers Bell South?
Yeah, I remember Bell
The
South.
days, and then we even had the little local telephone companies throughout the South.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the nosy neighbor that could listen in. Yeah, all those days
The
are
party
gone.
lines.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like, I can remember years ago, my grandparents having something like that, a party line. And of course, you had the corded phone where you had to stretch the cord all the way across the
And it was
room.
cheaper to have the party line. But in some cases, your only choice was a party line. The way they ran lines, only way you could have a phone was to share it with someone else.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, the ring would mean if it was yours. Like if you were on the party line, it would ring, ring, ring twice. It would mean your phone call.
Right.
It was kind of like a pre-caller ID.
And have you ever sent, it wasn't a party line, but I guess something messed up in our phone lines when everybody still had landlines,
Yeah.
And somehow the line got crossed, and I was listening to my neighbor, and she and another lady were talking, and then I was talking to the person I was talking to. We were all four on the phone, and I was like, "Do you hear that?" Talking to and she said, "Yeah, I hear." And I said, and I called the name of my neighbor, and I was like, "Do you hear me?" And she goes, "Yeah, Candace, do you want some green beans from the garden?" it's like an episode of Green Acres or something,
Let's see. Sean said the name of that
Crazy.
song was "You Call Me Out."
Yeah.
Now, Kim Carmichael made a comment that I think we need to share. Snyder, as you go back, if you'll pick up right there and read what that says, since it's so far away from me.
My favorite thing Snyder ever said was, "The sins of the father visits the son, but the sins of the mother moves in
With the daughter.
with the daughter." I've actually used this for advice to my young mothers.
It means the boyfriend moves in.
Yeah. Okay.
I was all over that.
Okay.
I can see the dismay over here going, I found a chuckle out of it. Let's see here. 1998. I bet America remembers this. I did not have relations with that woman. That's what would come out tonight as we pull up the statement. President Bill Clinton said it never happened.
Yeah.
We would go, I don't believe you, and then find out for sure that it was right. And then immediately a war room was set up by Hillary to, tear apart anybody else that would say this stuff. Miss Lewinsky, she went down in history after today, the famous blue dress.
Yeah.
It happened. And y'all know what? It happens more than you think going on still today, all throughout Washington, all throughout music labels, big cities and companies. It happens.
Yeah. It just shows you how tolerant people are with people like that. I mean, I would have never thought that he could have ever shown his face in public again after that. But
They even tried to impeach him. It didn't work. And then look what we've progressed to at this point.
Right.
You couldn't say darn on the television as a kid. They were real cautious. Now, look at Yellowstone, what's
Right.
said.
Yeah.
The tolerance of America has totally changed. And that goes back to that old saying, if you let this happen, something worse is coming along. Nip it in the bud. I think we're past the nipping now in America.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's going to have to be more done than nipping. Does that make
That's
sense?
right.
Let's talk about some folks that do their job great. And when you need them, they're there. Like I'm trying to think of the correct word for it. If you need a home, it is Snowden and Company. That's right. Go by and visit them today. If you're looking for a particular home, they got all kinds of people that work there. Tons. Here are the top 3 there that was voted on by you. And we got a new addition as we welcome Elizabeth to Selling Homes. But they got more than that there. Lots of great ladies that'll help you. Even Devin, he can even sell you a house there. Find the dream home that you're looking for. 453-3937. They do so much when it comes to getting a home for you. They go that extra mile. And, before they opened business, I'd used other people that didn't do that.
Right.
It was like, you're just a client.
I know.
That does not happen at Snowden. They understand that this may be the only time in life that you buy a house. It's a big investment. And they're going to walk you through this and help you each and every way. That's how it's done. See them there. Many homes to choose from. Boy, they're pretty. See them there. Drop in. They'll show you around. You can even choose from Lauderdale, Kemper, and Neshoba, even over to Jackson, Mississippi now. They do that. pick them out. They're open till 5 this afternoon. Closed on Saturday, but you can put up an appointment, and closed on Sunday for good there. They don't do Sunday business there. See them. They can even get you a double wide. Land, acre, half an acre, whatever you're looking for. See them at Snowden & Company. You'll find out why so many people use Amanda and her team. 5001 Poplar Springs Drive. Call them at 453-3937.
And education is the only tool that you can use to improve your world and make dreams a reality. The better the education, the better the life. The teachers are the instrument to help our future generations fulfill their dreams for a better life. That is why Richard Schwartz and Associates is proud to recognize and celebrate our teachers with the Golden Apple Awards. Thanks to the dedicated commitment of our teachers, our children will have the opportunity to live in a much better world. Show them how much you care. Take the time to nominate a teacher today.
What do you do when you're in the doghouse? Well, visit our friends at Honeysuckle's Floor Boutique. They're right there on North Hill Street. And Candace, they got a lot going on there.
I know they do. Valentine's Day is coming up. If you need a special arrangement for your girlfriend or wife or significant other, just give them a call because they have roses. They have all kind of stuff. You could. With proms coming up this year, weddings coming up this year, if you have a loved one that's passed away and you need a spray or any kind of an arrangement for that, they can help you out.
Order early because there's going to be a lot of folks getting ready for Valentine's Day there. They've got it all for you there. You can walk around. They got little extra gifts included there also. Yes. And I think that's yellow roses, isn't it?
Yellow or white. But they have probably a array of all kind of different
flowers
they do.
That you can do. Located right there on North Hill Street. Drop in and visit with them. They'll show you this. Next time that you need one for sympathy, they've got that as well, as we brought up there. 2626 North Hill Street is where you'll find all this. And if you even need down to a coffee mug, a little something extra to throw in when you send something that says, I love you, they do that for you there.
A gift basket. Well baskets, I'm sure they could probably do those too. But house, like just green plants. A lot of people don't like flowers and they would like a green plant, so they can accommodate you there.
Again, order early. You can walk through and find the different things that they have, as they will be open again on Super Bowl Sunday, getting you ready for that next day. Honeysuckle Floor Boutique. Visit them again on North Hill Street, Suite B. 453-3055 is the number to call, and we'll get your order in. Do that. They'll help you out there. You'll enjoy yourself there. Already.
It's always good to get flowers when it's not a special occasion.
Is it?
Just because.
Okay, I'm learning slowly but surely there. Goldman Sachs and a whole bunch of others is ordering their workers back to work. You can't stay at home anymore, is what they're saying. Get over the Omicron. It's time to come into the office. So a lot of people are going to be changing up what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't know that I agree with this statement, but they say getting COVID after you're fully vaccinated almost makes your antibodies 10 times more effective than those vaccines alone. So they're saying that if you have gotten the shot, then you get get the disease, or however you want to word this, I can't get it out, that you're going to be better off.
The virus,
yeah. So scientists say it. I guess all we can do is trust them.
I don't understand that, because you hear them say, okay, then this strain, you're not immune. Nothing affects it. I guess, and this is just an educated guess, that if that other strain were to come back, you wouldn't get it. But the new ones, I don't think it does anything for that, does it? That's what I understood, that the even natural immunity wasn't effective. But it changes on a daily basis. You don't ever know what to think. Yeah, check back. We'll tell you a different one tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow will be a different story. First time I've seen it. We've been mumbling this for months now. But the first time that I've seen it in writing, Biden's under fire. His top aide, Ron Klain, suggests he could step down this year as Dems blame him for pushing a woke agenda on America. I think it's coming. Yeah. But the first time that I have seen that in writing, he can't handle press conferences. They go bad. And we are at that close to being at war. As we see here now, another approval rating hits 39%, as the majority of Americans say he's not a strong leader. He never was. If I'm not mistaken, and I might be wrong when I say this, but I thought that I read where even Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter had even not agreed with him the way he was handling the stuff about. Well, the family is divided on politics, because I know that one of the granddaughters is always a special guest on Fox News, but not all agree with her. And I don't know it's a granddaughter. I think it's a granddaughter. Okay. I think. Now, I could be misquoting there, but it's several different family members that vote different there. Right. Biden.
let me give some advice, and this is just my view here. If you have a parade for someone running for president and 3 people show up, they probably aren't that good.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you have another one that had a 25-mile parade, just saying, that did happen. It's a lot of things going on. Here's another gaffe that he made this week. And the headline says, it's a load of hot air. He offered to replace Europe's gas supplies if Putin turns them off. Where's he going to get it? He quit drilling in America. We were the number 1 export, gas at $1.69 a gallon before he took over. Now we're sitting at $4, trying to figure out where a loaf of bread and $25 hamburger meat is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless of what your voter affiliation is of Democrat, Republican, you got to agree that we're not better off than we were.
No, we're not.
And the next headline says humiliation. And this has got to be somebody that was convinced it was going to happen, that he was going to put this COVID vaccine in, as he's had to pull it back. And I see that OSHA can no longer come into your place and fine you for your workers not having this. That's great news.
Yeah.
They really love what they do with writing fines. I don't know if you've ever dealt with OSHA before, but it's not pleasant. Just saying. There's a lot of people that are going, I've been there.
I feel like there'll be a lot of lawsuits after the fact.
It will be.
It's going to come when it comes down finally, if it ever does. I think there's going to be a lot of lawyers getting calls. So.
LaWanda said it's his granddaughter.
Okay.
Martin Luther's granddaughter. She seems really sweet. Have you heard about this Bumble date thing?
No.
This lady here, let me show her a picture. She went on a date. And for whatever reason, spent the night with who she went out with. And he wakes up, she's passed away. Well, they thought maybe he done something as they dig deeper into this. And now a new investigation, he was cleared of anything physically hurting her. Turns out she was full of meth and all types of different drugs. Now a new investigation is going into this. Regardless of what happened, sad state there that she lost her life.
That is sad.
Drugs are not good.
No, they're not.
Don't get me started on drugs. I'll be and told somebody what I thought there. Yesterday, and let's share a few pictures of this because it is important that we show our respect for those that give their all, their life for our protection. As we go to the streets of New York yesterday, as the funeral procession for one of the gentlemen that lost their lives, now it's 2, were escorted down the street. Sad state as the body of the officer passes by.
So sad.
It is. This happens way too often in America that our men and women that wear the badge are killed just because. And then America is getting to where these big cities go, okay, well, we're not even going to arrest them anymore. Crime is rampant. We got to step it up, America. We can do better. We can. And I think most of everybody watching that agrees with me. There may be some in other states maybe that don't, but overall, I think everybody believes in that. Have you heard about the monkeys?
I did briefly, yeah, which is
Yeah, I hope you didn't touch the monkeys, but there was a load of monkeys, lab monkeys.
With the monkeys.
There you go. They had a wreck. They even had to shoot 3 of the monkeys that escaped. And a lady touched one of the cages there at the wreck there, and they're saying, you need to come get checked out. So what did the monkeys actually have? I don't know. But here's a picture of the wreck.
Have monkey disease going around.
It could.
Seriously. I mean, who knows? It could have been a setup.
There you go. But they escaped. They got them all back. But that was a wreck, and monkeys went everywhere. You never know what's in a trailer that you're passing on the highway. Seriously, that's kind of spooky.
That is scary, though.
Yeah. But she had pink eye and things the next day.
The next day. I mean,
she
it'd be
just
that
touched
rapid,
Because she was concerned. She gets out. She's trying to help. And she should just, what was that movie, Jumanji? Yeah, I've seen that.
Scary.
They're going to be redoing Snow White. Have y'all heard about this? They're going to be making it woke. That disturbs me. Even the guy that was in Tyrion was his character's name.
Oh, mean dude right there.
He was in The Sword. What was the movie with Jon Snow and all of that?
I don't know. He was in Elf. You remember that?
Yeah. He was funny in that too.
What did Elf?
Yeah, he sure was. He was the writer that jumped on the table and beat him up.
Yeah, the mean guy.
But he played the part of Tyrion in whatever movie that was. It was a good show. But he doesn't agree with what they're doing with
Snow White.
Snow White. I couldn't get it out. We'll see what they do. They're remaking so many things to make it to where it doesn't. I think it makes more people mad the way they're doing it.
I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of them messing with everything. I mean, you can't have a cartoon without them calling it, a name.
You're right. So there you
People
go.
make something out of nothing.
They do.
I believe.
They do.
So, yeah.
Let's talk about our friends at Maple's One Stop Shop. When you got to get your gasoline, you need a bag of peanuts. There ain't nothing like a Coke and some peanuts up in it. Well, they've got that for you there at Maple's One Stop Shop. You got to get them separate because it's not made together, because that's a Southern treat.
Yeah.
You might even call that a delicacy from the South. Mm-hmm. Yep, we all know how to do that. Locally owned and operated, they've got 6 locations across town to make it more convenient for you. They're from North Hills all the way out across town there. Yeah, they'll help you. If you want cold coffee, they've got that, the French vanilla, mocha, and all of us that drink that hot coffee. Yep, join the Loyalty Coffee Program. In any of their stores there, get your card punched and you'll get that 6-cup free. Always clean, very nice. Yep, they're always mopping and making sure it's the best of the best as you come through there. From Sundrops to A&W to, Coca-Colas and Mountain Dews, they've got all that for you there, including the pizza with chips and a drink, all for $4.99. You can even get a fountain drink for affordably 99 cents. That's a bargain.
That is a bargain.
Well, maybe you need a lottery ticket to change your life. They got those inside also. See them at Maples. Bonita, also Pine Springs. You'll find them at Broadmoor, Last Chance Tobacco, and several other locations that are Causeyville as well. See them at Maples One Stop Shop. They'll help you.
I was heading over to Meriian, and I was involved in a serious accident. I never made it to Meriian. I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
Dwayne Johnson has a new movie coming out, but it will be 2023, and it looks like it's going to be a holiday movie. We really hadn't had a new Christmas movie that has stuck in quite a few years, since Elf, probably.
Right, yeah.
Can you think of another one?
Not really. No, I can't.
Dwayne is a pretty
like
good actor.
him.
I do too.
He seems like a genuinely nice guy,
We've seen him in the last few months give away a couple of trucks to some friends. Mm-hmm. He gave one to a veteran, and he gave one to a guy that helped him when he had absolutely nothing in the state of Mississippi. They gave him a place to stay and drive back and forth to Memphis, and he presented him with a brand new truck last year.
That's so nice.
I think the guy's got a good heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dwayne Johnson, new movie coming there if you want to check all that out.
More people like that in the world.
Yeah. Sometimes kids, if you take the toy, they get upset. Uh-huh. And if mom is not right there, what do? Mm-hmm. Well, you call 911 and report your brother. And that's what happened. A little girl called 911, and, she turned in her it's Pell City is where this is, right around Birmingham, turned in her brother. Mm. She and the 911 operator are now best buddies. I think they're having some tea and cakes later.
Oh, okay.
It turned out real good there. But you have to, a guy might not would have handled that as good being a 911 operator as a little girl calling to do that. And she handled it very good. Mm-hmm. That only a mom could do there.
Kids are so funny, though.
Oh, they are. Let's see what else is happening on. What do you do when you were off the road and into a pond? Let's call it that. And your car is sinking quickly. Mm. Well, it's a perfect time for a selfie. Let's go ahead and take our own selfie. Seriously, at a time like this, would you do that?
No, I would not do that. That is crazy.
Well, there he is. She did it, and she likes what she done there. She can now share that on Instagram. Oh, let's see here. What else is...
thing would have just went on down.
I think we've all known this forever, and that they've done some surveys into this, and they say money is the root of all evil. Rich people are more likely to be mean, like Scrooge, while the poor are more kinder, like Tiny Tim, is what research. After they've done the extensive research, 46,000 people they ran through that. Mm.
I mean, I have seen some greedy people who have a lot of money, sometimes are more greedy and rude. Not all, though.
No, it's not everyone. But survey says, and we thought we'd share the survey with you there.
Yeah.
Let's see, we're headed in toward Wednesday now. You're at the halfway mark, almost 9 o'clock. It's a great day.
It is.
Cool again today. Don't forget that wind that's out there. Carry your jacket wherever you go. Tonight, again, will be cold as we watch the weather very closely coming on the weekend. We're going to have 40s and 20s at night all this week.
Yeah.
Next week won't be so bad.
I'm ready for spring. So it's a ways off, but I'm ready.
January, yeah, a long way.
I know.
Thank y'all for dropping by and spending a little bit of your time with us. It was so kind of you. Well, we're coming back tomorrow. Like it or not, we'll be here.
Yes. See you back at 8 a.m. in the morning. Stay safe and stay warm.
Scotty Ray's weather is brought to you by